world.
Welcome to my channel. This is Serge bringing you another action figure collector's review on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection's Mighty Morphin's Lord Drakkon. Now, he is not from the original Sentai from Mighty Morphin. He is a Boom Studios comic book character. But as you can tell, you get Lord Drakkon right here looking awesome. You get his dragon dagger, no Saba, unfortunately. You get an effect piece right behind him. Looks like a set of interchangeable hands. And you get the Lord Drakkon head sculpt right here. You get some mighty fine artwork with Lord Drakkon wrapping around the box. Very impressive. You get Power Rangers wrote right there at the top. And over here you get the other image, of Lord Drakkon. On the back you get an awesome product shot of him. Looking mighty fine. Up here at the top you get the tab, and down there at the bottom nothing but the barcode. Let's get to it and open this bad boy up. Okay, let's take a look at these accessories. Right here, we'll start off by looking at the effect piece. We've got this before with the White Ranger, and it also came with the, I want to say Psycho Blue, but it was a different color with Psycho Blue. It's the same exact color with the White Rangers, so we've seen this before. And the Dragon Dagger right here looks very good. Looks just like the other one we got with the Green Ranger. So I'm satisfied with it. It's got the coin and all the detail. It's the same. It's the same sculpt work and the same mold. I'm very pleased with the gold, and you can see the dragon dagger or the dragon coin right there. It looks good. I like that. And I like the little, I guess you would call these buttons on the side. It's been a while since I took band class, so I can't remember the exact name for those. If you know what they are, leave them in the comments below. I like the gold at the handle. Looks very good. I'm pleased with that. And let's go ahead and take a look at the one that came with my Green Ranger. Mine that came with the Green Ranger is a little warped and bent, but that's okay. Now I got a way I can tell the two apart. But if I heat that up, it would straighten it up, and but they look very similar. Not a whole lot of different going on, so that's a good thing, I guess. Right here, we'll take a look at his fist pumping hands. If I don't throw them across the room, boom, boom. They look good. They're the same fisted hands we get with all the other Rangers. The same white paint and the same sculpt work throughout, and I'm pleased with those. Right here, we get the same grip and hands as well. The same thing that we see through and through. Now, I would like to note, I would have liked to have gotten a Saba instead of this little effect piece right here, because, I don't know, I feel like we should have gotten a Saba with all these reused parts for this figure, but I don't know. I don't work at Hasbro, so I don't get to make those calls. But this Tommy Oliver head sculpt looks good. I really enjoy it. They made him look older, and then they straightened his hair out compared to the other Tommy Oliver head sculpts. And I like the scarring detail right here. The paint applications are on point. It looks like Tommy Oliver, really. But right here, we'll take a look at the other one. This one's off my White Ranger. They look like they could be the same person, same eyes, same nose. This just looks more like an elderly, well, not really elderly, but like more aged version of Tommy. So I like that. It's facing off against each other. But yeah, there's the differences right there. But that's, I guess, a decent amount of accessories. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that Tommy Oliver head sculpt on this figure. Now, I know he's not holding his correct head sculpt in his hand, but he does kill Jason in the comic books, and I thought it would have been cool, like, if they would have added in, like, a busted up Jason or a battle damaged Jason head sculpt, or, the Red Ranger's helmet. That would have been awesome, because instead of that little effect piece, because, I mean, we could have put that on our other Ranger, and then we could have had a damaged head sculpt, and I like battle damaged anything. But anyway, Tommy Oliver head sculpt looks good on here. It doesn't look too bad. It's not small or anything like that, in my opinion. Now, I would have liked to seen, like, I guess the scarring or the veins. I would have liked to seen black in there, like, kind of like fading. But I'm not going to complain too bad because this is a new sculpt, so that's not that bad in my opinion. But his head is very hindered, so you can't get his hair. His hair is in the way, so he can't look up at all. He can only look up or down that far, so that's pretty decent. And then he doesn't really have much of that tilt going on to either side, so that's a little bit bothersome. And then he can only look that far to that side and that far to that side. Here he is. He's pledged his allegiance with Rita and set out to destroy all Power Rangers. Lord Drakkon looking awesome as ever. Now, we will take a look at his articulation first. I have a few little nitpicks, and I'll get into them in just a second. His head can look up that far up, which is his good range. Now, it does hit this shield right here, but not too bad. So, as you can tell, he's looking up quite a bit. And he's looking down more so that's good. I'm pleased with that. It doesn't really hit too bad. It's got a little bit of that confused dog going on to each side, so that's not too bad. I wished I would have got a little bit more tilt out of it. He's got the Exorcist, which is a full 360. His arm hits that armor, so he can't really get it to move forward that much or back that much at all, unless you use that butterfly, which right there. But see, a little trick is you can get his arm to move out to the side and use the butterfly, and you can kind of sort of get a 360, but you don't get a lot of range out of it. But he does have that butterfly joint, and he can only go in that far with it because it does hit that shield. That shield gets in a lot of the way of the articulation when it comes to his arms. It can move back more so. He's got that double jointed elbow that can bend in that far. He's got the bicep swivel. He's got a swivel at the wrist, and it does hinge, but it hits this green part right here, the part of the armor, and it hits that part of the armor, which is a little bothersome, but I understand with the sculpt they had to go that route. Now, his diaphragm can lean forward that far, and back even more so. And with that added ab crunch, he can look all the way down at his toes, which is nice. I like that. And then he can lean back that far with that added ab crunch, which is a great range whenever he's getting hit in the face by some Power Rangers. But who could lay their hands on Lord Drakkon? He's got splits that can go out that far, which is a really great amount. He can get forward that far. He's got a double jointed knee that can go in that far. And it can move back that far, if you were curious. I'll move that arm out of the way. And he can't really kick back too much. He's got that thigh swivel. He's got a boot cut. Now on mine, this right here has got a little bit of a gap in there. I'm going to have to heat this foot up and take it off and put it back on, because it's not wanting to really move, and it feels like I'm going to break it. So be careful on that, but for the most part, his joints ain't really been that stiff, but he can move his foot all the way down like a pretty ballerina, and he can move it up more so, like right there is the most it will go, and he does have the ankle pivot. Now we'll get into that sculpt work. I really like the helmet. I like the helmet design. It's kind of like a mashup. It's like the White Tiger Ranger, and then like they threw their own like little design in there, and I'm enjoying that. Now on mine, it's got a little bit of a dent right here, which is a little bothersome, but like I only notice it whenever the light hits it, so it's not that bad. And for the most part, I got clean paint apps on the helmet, so can't really complain too much, because I have seen some with sloppy paint. Now right here, I got a little bit extra green going on to my gold on the front. Doesn't bother me too bad, because if you set him back there, you can't really tell, and then he's going to be further than that away from me whenever I put him on a shelf. I'm really enjoying the sculpt work on his armor. I like the I guess you'd call the dragon coin symbol right there. I love that. And for the most part, the paint apps are clean, but except right here on the back of the figure as well. It's got a little bit of that extra gold seeping on that green, which is a little bothersome, but like I said, you can't really tell from a distance, so it doesn't bother me that bad. The gold on his bands look really nice. I like that. And the sculpt work throughout all the body should be the same with all the Rangers and the putty. So I'm not going to really get into the wrinkles and stuff. But I like the armor on his hand, around his gauntlets, I should say. And I like that, and I like this nice sculpt work and the gold that mixes in there, and it's got the green. It kind of reminds me of Christmas. But yeah, I'm enjoying that. And it doesn't look like there's that bad of paint apps on. It looks pretty clean for the most part. I'm enjoying the belt. I like that, the green and the gold and the red. And then you get to see the dragon coin right there, which is awesome. And they put this on the right side. Well, technically this is the left side, but it is the correct side that it should be on. And I'm enjoying the armor down there at his ankles and stuff. I'm enjoying that. Now, I want to talk about something before I get into size comparisons. But right here, with this White Ranger, I'm going to compare these two. I'm going to stand them side by side for just a second. Now, Lord Drakkon and this White Ranger is the same. They share the same body mold. But in my opinion, Lord Drakkon should be, a little bit bigger and maybe a little bit more stockier of a character, because Tommy Oliver, which is the White Ranger, is a teenager, and this is supposed to be a full-grown adult. So that's a little bit bothersome to me, but let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Here's how Lord Drakkon scales with the Fighting Green Spirit Ranger on the left and the Dragon Shield Black Ranger on the right. There's a couple of baddies hanging out with one another. You have Lord Zed on the right, and you have Goldar on the left. There's a few more figures from the Mighty Morphin line. You have a putty on the right and the Red Power Ranger on the left. And here's how he scales with the Legacy line. You have the red GameStop exclusive Dragon Shield Ranger on the right, and you have the White Power Ranger on the left. I just want to go ahead and check something out right quick. I want to see if this Saba, well, no, that's not going to fit in his hand. The Saba's too big. That would have been nice though. I would have had a Saba for him. I mean, it would have been a little big, but, I don't know. I think I could have made it work. For fun, here's a couple of antagonists hanging out. You have NECA's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. You have Bebop and Rocksteady. Bebop being on the left and Rocksteady being on the right. Here's my final thoughts on this figure. As I do enjoy this figure a lot, and I like the way that he looks and the character design, and I really enjoy this character. But if you don't know anything about this character and you want a cool action figure, go out and pick it up, but you won't be able to get them into some of the other poses. I would prefer the White Ranger and the Green Ranger much over this one, but he's still really cool to own, in my opinion. But he's just got that certain presence about his armor looking so different. He just looks awesome. But his articulation is hindered, and if you can get one with good clean paint apps, pick it up. But let me know what you think of the figure. Let me know what you think of the review. And as always, feel the urge to collect with Surge. If you want more action figure collectors reviews, then feel the urge to subscribe to Surge. And if you liked what you've seen, then click that thumbs up button. And if you want to see this channel grow, then don't forget to share with a friend. Speaking of friends, you can friend me over there on Facebook. Links to that will be in the description below. You can follow me along on Twitter. Links to that will be in the description below.
Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Yeah.